I'm Mrs. Wolliver, and today is Mrs. Wolliver Day. Are you ready for a story? Oh, I have a special story today. My story today is called Pedro's Problem, but it was written and illustrated by my son, Chase, when he was in 6th grade. It's a great story. Let's get back to it. One warm summer day, Pedro was swimming in his pool. As Pedro turned for another lap, he heard the phone ring. Pedro got out of the pool and answered the phone. "Hi, Pedro," said Paula. "What are you doing?" "I'm swimming in my pool," said Pedro. "Do you want to come over?" "No, I can't," said Paula. "But the reason I was calling was to see if you wanted to come to the Hogs game with me tonight." The Hogs were Pedro's favorite basketball team. He had always wanted to go to a home game, but Pedro had a problem. "Can I call you back later?" asked Pedro. "Sure," said Paula. "Okay," said Pedro. "Goodbye." Pedro hung up the phone and ran into his mom's room. Pedro told his mom that Paula just invited him to the Hogs game tonight, but his first flag football game was in the morning. He wanted his mom's opinion on what he should do. Pedro's mom told him to go to his room and think about the good side and the bad side of going to the game. Pedro knew that one of the good things was that he loved the Hogs. Another good thing was, he thought, being able to sit by Paula all night. But then Pedro started thinking about the bad things that could happen. What if I eat some rotten popcorn and be up sick all night, he thought. And what if I get up to get Paula a soda and then fall down and hurt my knee? So Pedro decided not to go to the Hogs game. He called Paula back and told her that he couldn't go, but thanked her for inviting him and told her to have a great time. The next morning, Pedro woke up at 7 in the morning and got ready for his game. Then he went downstairs for breakfast. After breakfast, he brushed his teeth and went to the field. Down, set, hike. The quarterback handed the ball off to Pedro. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, yelled the ref. After the game, Paula ran down the field towards Pedro. "Hi, Pedro," said Paula. "Oh, hi," said Pedro. "Did you have fun last night?" "Well, actually, no," said Paula. "I had a terrible time." "Really?" said Pedro. "What happened?" "Well, the Hogs lost," said Paula. "I ate some rotten popcorn and was up sick all night. Not to mention, when I went for a soda, I fell down and hurt my knee." "Oh, well," said Pedro. "Let's go home." Wasn't that a funny story? That is so funny. Oh, my son, he did a great job on this story. Okay, but let's talk about the pros and cons. You got a decision to make, right? You got a decision to make. It needs to be a good decision. Weigh the pros and the cons, the good things that could happen, the bad things that could happen. But it's really funny that Chase wrote in that all the bad things that could happen to Pedro actually happened to Paula. So that was funny. Are you ready for a drawing? Let's draw Pedro the Pig. We're going to draw in the apple direction, the apple direction, the apple direction. Put your paper in the apple direction, and you'll be ready to draw with me. All right. There's so many good illustrations in this story we just read. I love it. It just makes me smile every time I look at him. Okay, we're going to draw Pedro the Pig in his room in his flag football uniform. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start his head up here. Okay, there we go. We're going to put his ears on top here of his head, kind of triangles like that. His eyes with pupils inside. Now Chase did not draw him with eyelashes, so we're not going to do that. Okay. We're going to put on his nose with 2 nostrils. Kind of pupils, aren't they? Same shape as pupils. Okay, and then his Mrs. Wolliver smile curled up on each side. All right. Okay, now we're going to make his shirt first. The neckline of his shirt is like this. Goes down like this. Okay? And then it goes like this. The sleeves, they kind of go like this. And like this. Like that. And then we're going to put a line together on the bottom like this. Okay? All right. Now we're going to come around with his body. Okay? Around his body this side into the side here. Okay, this is his body into the side of his t-shirt. Now, on his t-shirt, Chase put flag, F, L, you can make it capital, full, G, okay, flag, like flag football. All right. Now, we're not going to do his arms yet. Let's do his waistband of his shorts. Okay, you're going to come down on each side, like that, together on the bottom, and it has rubber inside of it, so you can just put some lines down like this. There's elastic in his shorts there to keep them up, to hold them up. Okay. Then what he did, okay, come down on both sides, not too far because we do have to put his feet on and stuff, like that, okay. He actually put shorts on, so you know what you can do? If you come down the middle here and make like an arrow, like that, right in the middle, just put an arrow pointing up, and then just come together on both sides like that. Yep, that's what he did. And then he has, coming from here, he has little strings with balls on the bottom to tighten his shorts so they don't slip off during the game. That would be embarrassing. All right, perfect. Okay, let's make his arms. Now his arms are going to come over here like sideways W's. Okay. And put those lines inside like this for his fingernails. Separates his nails from the arm. Okay, and then on the bottom, you're going to give him his W's. like that, with the lines inside like that. Now, if you'd like to watch the kindergarten version of drawing Pedro the Pig, you can go back to lesson 8 for kindergarten and draw Pedro. There's even a different story for him. It's really cool. Okay. And then we're going to put on his tail, just back here, 2 loops, 2 loop tail, 2 loops, okay? Now we're going to put on his flags, all right? We're just going to put some flags on like this. All right, they just kind of hang down and wave a little bit from this side too. There we go. On each side. Don't worry if they're not the same size or shape. It's fine. Would you ever see a pig in a flag football uniform? No, you would not. So it doesn't matter how we draw them as long as we're having fun. Okay, and I am. Okay, now he's in his bedroom. All right. So we're going to come from under his arm here. Make your horizontal line to the end of your paper for the carpet. He's in his room. Follow it behind him into the other side. Okay. Now, we're going to put a plug on the wall to show that he's inside. Boy, you must be getting good at this. You're going to put a rectangle on the wall, a big one. Got to fit some squares inside of it, remember. You're going to put 2 squares inside there. And then dash, dash with a dot, dash, dash with a dot. Now we can plug something in. And if you remember the story, the Hogs were his favorite basketball team. Okay? So we're going to put a Hogs poster on the wall. All right, let's put a big capital H O G S. And he even put an exclamation point. Kind of make it a little boxed exclamation point like that. Hogs. And we're going to put a poster around it like that on his wall. And there's Pedro. Okay, I need you to put your pencils down. Look down at your paper and say, wow, I did a great job. Now tell your neighbors or tell me, wow, you did a great job too. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a very nice day. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a nice Mrs. Wolliver day, learning to draw the Mrs. Wolliver way. Until next time, keep drawing.